Hey guys, welcome back. So today is going to be kind of a different video. I'm not really used to videos like this because fragrance is kind of my weak point. It's not my strongest point at all. I can talk about makeup all day, I can talk about skincare all day, but when it comes to fragrance, I just suck at it. I can never find a way to explain fragrance the same way that I explain skincare or makeup. Like, it's just so difficult for me. So I'm gonna explain to you guys a fragrance in the way that makes sense to me and in the way that I know how. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. If you guys want more technical features of the fragrances, like the nuances, the top, heart, and trailing notes, stuff like that. If you guys want the tiny itty bitty nuances of the fragrances, Erin has a great video about these Chanel fragrances. I think she's actually a certified fragrance expert for Chanel. So, I mean, homegirl's legit. If you guys want to know all the notes and stuff like that, go to Erin's video. If I remember, I'll link it down below. But if you guys want more of like an experience, more feeling wise, less technicality, less fragrance jargon, stay here. Watch both. Actually, watch both. Duh. So today I'm gonna start with the most popular line. I'm gonna talk about the Coco line, the Coco fragrances of Chanel, because Chanel has so many fragrances. So I'm gonna start with the Coco line just because I feel like it's the most popular, and some people kind of confuse them for each other because there's actually 4 fragrances that are Coco. So I'm gonna start the fragrance series, if you will, talking about the Coco series. Okay, I know this video might be a complete hit or miss, but let's see if this makes sense to anybody except me, because this is how I explain the fragrances at the counter, and people tend to understand what the hell I'm talking about. So let's give it a try. So let's talk about Coco. These are the 4 fragrances that I'm going to be talking about today. So we have Coco Noir, regular Coco, Coco Matte, and Coco Matte Intense. So we all know number 5. Number 5, the first fragrance that Chanel ever came out with, the most popular one, the oldest one. So let's pretend that number 5 had 4 girls, had 4 children. These are her children. And obviously all 4 girls, or all 4 fragrances, have a very different personality. Just like people, they have very different personalities. Oh, I'm so nervous. Like, I don't know why. Okay, so let's start off with Coco Mademoiselle and Coco Mademoiselle Intense. So let's just say they're twins. They are twins, but they couldn't be any more different. And let's start with Coco Mad. So let's start with Coco Mademoiselle. So when I smell Coco Mademoiselle, I think of that aunt that you have. She's fun, she's flirty, she's girly, she's super feminine. She's the cool aunt. She spoils you. Like, if you get in trouble with mom, you run to this aunt to vent to her about what you got in trouble with. If you got a new boyfriend and you don't want to tell mom, you tell this aunt. Like, she's the cool aunt. Like, we all have that one cool aunt that we always run to. She's like your second mom. So Coco Mademoiselle, she's a cool aunt. She's really fun, she's artistic, she's feminine, she's the life of the party. She probably is an artist, maybe she's like an author or something, maybe a journalist. She does something very fun. She probably got like a Bachelor of Arts. Like, she's more hands-on. She's just a very free spirit. Out of everybody, she's your most relatable aunt. She is everybody's cup of tea. Just like Coco Mademoiselle. Works pretty well on everybody. Next, we have her twin sister, Coco Mademoiselle Intense. You know, twins, very, very similar, but one is a little more intense. So while this one, Coco Matte, is that everybody's cup of tea, everybody loves her, she's a cool aunt, probably an artist, this one is like your boss lady. So Coco Mademoiselle Intense is probably that aunt that went to Harvard, is a top surgeon, probably is also an attorney, yeah, probably went to Harvard Law. She is probably the leader of a very large team. She is the boss. Now, if you need financial help, or if someone's kicking your ass in school and you need backup, you go to your aunt Coco Mademoiselle Intense, and she's gonna go and she's gonna handle business, because that's just how she is. She's a badass. She is your epitome of strong, independent woman. So she still has that base of like girly and feminine and kind of bubbly, but you know, when you first see her, she's probably in like a red power suit, and she's like, ha, she's like, I bought a boat, I bought a house, no financing, I make 7 figures, and I don't need a man, but I would love to have a man. Like, that's Coco Mademoiselle Intense. She's, you know, she's every woman's woman. So let's move on to Coco. So Coco, I feel, is that classic aunt that you have. So you can have like a holiday party, or even like a family get together. There could be a snowstorm outside. There could be a tsunami, a freaking hurricane. a tornado all at the same time, and she'll walk in, unwrap her scarf, and her long hair just falls, and not a single hair is out of place, not a single eyelash is out of place, her lip gloss is still intact, her highlight is on point, her body is poppin', she's wearing Louboutins, and the red on the bottom isn't scratched. Like, she is the ultimate picture of perfection. She is perfect, she's sophisticated, she probably has the perfect husband who's a very caring lawyer or accountant, and she probably does a lot of philanthropy on the side, and she probably does equestrian for fun. She is just the very refined woman. She's that aunt that's very prim and proper. I don't know if you guys watch Crazy Rich Asians. The actress, I think her name is Gemma Chan, but basically the cousin, the sophisticated cousin that's like super perfect and, you know, philanthropy and beautiful. Yeah, like I picture her character wearing Coco. Like, just the absolute picture of a sophisticated woman. Coco. Lastly, we have Coco Noir. So Coco Noir is the oldest of the four. She was born first, she's the oldest, she's been around the block, very experienced. She has very suspicious amounts of money. Very mysterious, like I said, but you have no idea what she does for a living. She travels a lot for indeterminate amount of times, but will come back during holiday to spend it with the family. She comes bearing great gifts. Doesn't really talk about her personal life a lot. Sometimes she has a boyfriend, sometimes she doesn't. Maybe she's seeing somebody, maybe she's not. She's very quiet, very beautiful, very striking. Little scary. You definitely wouldn't want to run into her in a dark alley. She's probably smoking a cigar with the men in the parlor with a glass of scotch, cognac, bourbon, and ambery fluid. So that's Coco Noir. She has some depth to her. She's a little spicy. It's a very striking woman. Like, you just can't help but look at her. But she's very mysterious. You have no idea what she does, and you don't even want to ask. You know, it makes you want to get to know her. I don't know if any of that made sense to you guys, but when I think of fragrance, I think of experiences, and I put fragrance on depending on how I want to feel that day. So if I want to feel a little mysterious, a little sexier, you know, a very strong air of confidence, I'll go with Coco Noir because she is a little spicy and she is a little more on the warmer side. Now, if I want to if I'm going to a very sophisticated event, maybe like I'm wearing a ball gown or something like that, and I want to be the absolute picture of sophistication, I want to look perfect and sweet and so feminine and just so sophisticated and just exude perfection, I would go with Coco because she is a little sweet. She's a little caramelly, she's very warm, she has some amber notes in there, very creamy notes. So it's a very creamy fragrance. Now, if I am going probably maybe to like a job interview, or if I'm going on like a date where I want to be like if I want to pack a punch and I want to exude like all the confidence in the world, like I'm powerful, I am rich, famous, strong, independent, I'm a boss, I'd probably wear Coco Mademoiselle Intense. This is probably good for a business meeting, honestly, because it's one of those fragrances that makes you stand a little taller, a little straighter. It gives you a very strong sense of confidence. Like you take yourself more seriously with this fragrance. Now, if I just want to be a fun, carefree, everyday, super feminine, super girly, super fun, I want to be cool. I want to be that cool aunt. I want to be approachable. I want to be everybody's cup of tea. I would go with Coco Mademoiselle Intense because she's so fun. She's flirty, she's light, she's floral. She has everything going on for her. She is every woman's woman. She is the most relatable fragrance in the bunch. So I hope that description kind of helped you guys a little bit. Now I know the Coco Mademoiselle and Coco do come in eau de toilette versions. So they are just lighter versions. So if you happen to like Coco, but it's a little intense for you during the day, you want kind of like the same air, but a little lighter, you can always go with the eau de toilette. Same thing with Coco Mademoiselle. If you like that fragrance, but you just want something that's a little lighter, a little more subdued, go with the eau de toilette. Just very quickly, I'm not gonna get into it too much, but with these Chanel eau de toilettes, they are not watered down versions of their counterparts. So Coco Mademoiselle eau de toilette is not a watered down version of the Coco Mademoiselle. They just changed the notes around so that you get a whole new fragrance. Like they added a little more citrus in this so that it's more of like a lighter experience. Same thing with this. They just changed the notes around so that you get a lighter, more bubbly, effervescent experience. You know, you get a little more subdued experience. And that goes for all the eau de toilettes in the Chanel fragrance world. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But yeah, I hope this video made sense to you guys to at least some capacity. If you guys like the way I explained the fragrances this time by giving them kind of characters and giving them kind of personalities so that they're a little more relatable, let me know. If this made no sense to you guys, give me the feedback, but do it constructively, do it nicely. Please, I'm delicate. Give me some feedback on this video because I know I'm not good at fragrance. I'm not good at explaining the details of fragrance. You know, that's why I'm just gonna leave it to Erin because she is so good at it. So I'll link her video down below if you guys want the nuances and the technicalities of the fragrances. Erin does a great job. If you guys like the whole experiences that I'm explaining, you know, let me know too. So I will continue to do these videos if you guys like. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys again next time. Bye.